Arsenal 2, Leeds 1. Welcome back to this show. Let's talk about the player ratings. But before we do that, let's talk about the 3 points, which I do think were very, very much massive. And you could question the performance because it wasn't convincing, especially when Leeds went down to 10 men after 27 minutes and we were 2 goals up. So we did not capitalize on that advantage. And I do think Arsenal, especially this season, we have not really mastered the art of, you know, killing games. We struggle with the burden of being favorites. I do think so. But again, massive 3 points, 66 points, and if we win our next 2 games, we qualify for top four. Yeah. So let's look at the player ratings. Ramsdale, I do think he did well, though he was not disturbed. Only one shot on target, which really I think with best organization we as Arsenal should have dealt with. We conceded from the corner, something that we have not done for the whole season, and so it was a disappointment to concede that goal. But again, it was a win. For Ramsey, I'm going to give him a 5. Did not have much to do until he conceded that goal. Left back, I'm gonna go left back who was playing there, Tomiyasu. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he did well. He was suspect of the goal that we conceded because he was defending narrow and he forgot himself. So other things he did, he was very, very clinical. Aerial prowess was outstanding, and I think he did really well. Other than being suspect of that goal, so I'm going to give him a 7. Right back, we had Cedric. I'm going to give him a 6. I think he did struggle with Rafinha. But again, Rafinha is a tricky player. We're not going to kill Cedric for that. And all the other things going forward, I think he really did well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him a 6. The center of the defense, um, we had Gabriel. I think I'm going to give him a 7. He did well. He dealt with every ball, aerial balls. He cleaned the defense really well. Again, but there are some elements of his game that he needs to improve on, especially when he comes lashing on other players, and he needs to calm himself down. But again, performance-wise, I think he did really well. 7 for me. Uh, um, Holding, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he was the better. He was the better of the center backs that we have. Uh, He did well. He read the game really well. He's a guy who is always stable, and I think it's now another conversation whether he should be starting against Tottenham on Thursday. So for me, 8, good performance from Rob Holding. Center of the back, pivot, sorry, we had El Neni and Shaka. I'm going to give El Neni a 9. Reason why he controlled the, the midfield. He bought the midfield. Every pass was spot on. Split passes that maybe could have led to goals. That's what he did all game through. And so I'm going to give a 9, and then I don't know whether we are able to, forget about everything and give him a new contract. But again, that is the decision that we leave for the management to deal with. Shaka, I'm going to give him a 7. Did well. I think him with the Neni, they are proving that they can do a very decent job at the pivot of the defense. Again, he commanded the game really well. He led the game. He led the team without even the armband, and to think it's a good performance. Some of us don't like him, but the things he's doing, you could say, he's doing a good job, and we have to give him credit for that. Moving forward, Martinelli on the left, he cooked. He he cooked the Leeds right back. He got an assist. The guy was tremendous. He was helping Cedric to defend, and because he was doing all that, I'm going to give him an 8. Um, and then the right wing Saka, I think he didn't have the best of games, but he gave them a lot of food to think, especially going forward. It was tricky, and he created a lot of chances, but we were not able to put them to bed. But again, that is Saka for you. It's going to cause problems to any team in the Premier League. So I'm going to give him a 7. And at the center of it, we had Odegaard, who I think also has a shout in the man of the match. The guy is a genius, doing small things, reading the game, doing things that no one in the team can do. Those looking at those pockets of spaces, putting the ball there, being creative and thinking ahead of the game. That is his um, type of game. Again, he did well. I think I'm going to give him an 8. In KT, I'm going to give him an 8. He scored 2 goals, some of them out of nothing, especially the first one. And the second thing is that he's the guy runs throughout the game. He somebody could say the first goal he scored, that was about timing, but that skill is not really easy. It's not about rushing on players, but also he knows what he does, and his hold up play was good again today. His energy, chasing the ball all the time, not giving Leeds enough time to think. Again, that's what I think won us the match. About the gaffer, Ateta, I'm going to give him a 7. Again, game management was good, and I do think now he's not playing with the best of his team, best players at his disposal. This disposal, sorry. But again, when you look at what he's done, these are crunch games. There was a lot of stake in this game, and because Leeds wanted to win this game at least to avoid relegation. But now, after losing to us, I think it's almost over for them. And so that's it. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think I haven't rated well? But again, that is Arsenal. Moving on to Thursday against Tottenham, we can do it game after game, one game at a time. That's about my time. See you in the next one.